We're going to start quickly with a show that all three of us started to watch with good intentions. Two of us really struggled with and gave up on, and that is SSGB. So, Gary, we'll pass back to you to do the...
Okay, SSGB is set in late 1940s UK. It's basically...
Is it 1941?
Is it 1941?
I'm
or is
sure
it
at the
after...
beginning
To
it
be
says
fair, that's late
1940.
1940.
Okay. It's set in London and based around the alternative theory that the Nazis won the Battle of Britain and therefore now control the United Kingdom as a separate state. Britain is under Nazi rule. It's full of Nazi banners. Although they still have a metropolitan police force, which is where our main star works, they're all sort of headed up by German SS and German Gestapo forces involvement. The resistance falls very early on. Is it a Russian-German holiday or a Russian-German we're great?
Peace Day or something, isn't it? Like a relationship day or something.
That's it. And a Russian-German soldier or a German high-ranking official is killed by a resistance member who's then arrested. We see this particular sergeant, superintendent in the British Metropolitan Police Force, and I'm afraid I'm not very good with names.
Sam Riley's Douglas Archer.
This kind of very gruff detective who doesn't really like working for the Germans, but certainly has learnt to play the game very well. And he's investigating the death of what appears to be like a con-man salesman, along with his partner, who's played by the guy out of Big Brother. And
Celebrity Big Brother's James Cosmo.
He basically plays the kind of more traditional British... we still hate the Germans, and he still makes all the underhand comments.
He's the old hand, isn't he? Like the experienced copper.
Superintendent Archer is also having an affair with his secretary. And this first episode also deals with the introduction of, is it Professor or Dr. Huth?
I've got Dr. Huth down here.
Dr. Huth.
He's like a very stereotypical Gestapo member. You know, the first time you see him, he's kind of lurking in the shadows, and it's obvious that he's going to shake things up. Most of the complaints that I've read about this episode revealed around the idea that they felt that a lot of the characters were mumbling and a lot of issues
I would say only Sam Riley was mumbling to me.
Yeah,
I found him, as you say, very gruff.
One of the things that I did very early on is put the subtitles on, and it was fine. You know, I had no problem. Well, no, because I woke up on Monday morning and read all these things, and I thought, well, I'll just put the subtitles on then, or turn the sound up.
I got about halfway through the episode. What it felt like to me was Sam Riley was intentionally mumbling as a sort of, this is a character trait, this is what my character is, he's a bit mysterious, I want to do this. But I just came off as just a bit pretentious. I haven't got that far, but the scene where he's called into like his boss's office felt very Allo-Allo-esque, I have to say.
That boss gets kind of usurped throughout that first episode. He's now working mostly for Dr. Huth, so...
Doctor Who. Can't not.
But I felt this was very style over substance. It felt like the people behind it had one eye on selling it to an American market. I mean, this is adapted from a book by Deighton, by Neil Purvis and Robert Wade, who have scripted a lot of the most recent Bond movies. So you've got a lot of sort of people who have got experience of adapting sort of like British stories for an American audience, and you've got an American lead actress here in Kate Bosworth, who was very big in the early 2000s and then has sort of dropped off the face of the earth and ended up here. I again, this is a sort of recurring theme.
Didn't care
about it. I sometimes like this sort of thing. I mean, I'm a big Bond fan. I like spy stories, but Sam Riley hasn't got a lot of presence to him. And the character was never really explained in the first half of the episode. I just felt, if it's going to be like this, I'm not going to enjoy this. Gary, why did you like this?
What I found in the middle of this, and I would agree about a number of things that you said about style over substance, but I think that's obviously very difficult when you're dealing with an alternative reality. You've got to make it look and feel different. But I did like the detective work, you know, the ashes, the work that they did, you know, the pathology. I think these were all solid, and therefore I think allowed the show for me to work as a police procedural set inside this world. I didn't really warm to any of the characters, I'd have to say, but I found the difference very interesting, and as I say, that police procedural part was quite good.
Like Matt, I had very little opinion. I just didn't care. I wasn't invested. I wasn't there. I was watching it because we had agreed to. That was the only reason. That's my thoughts on it. I mean, it was genuinely looking at the time code on the previews thing, looking at my clock, thinking, oh, we've got another half hour and I just don't care. And I don't know. Yeah, that's me done with this. I mean, That's me done.
I will probably carry on because of the interest, and I think as well that the historical element of it is intriguing. You know, this isn't the first show or the first premise of a show that's ever done the "What if Hitler won the war?" There's just a little bit of, you know, a lot of people are saying that what's going on in politics and at the moment is very, you know,
I can agree with that.
Right wing and fascist. So maybe it's an interesting story that you can follow that has kind of links to. I'm not going to go out there and call Trump a dictator, but there's a lot of people out there who are comparing it to.